Welcome to our lecture online. Here we're going to do something quite interesting. We're going to again try to find the phase current in the load by doing what we call an equivalent Y delta circuit. We're going to do a conversion. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take our load, which is a delta load, and convert it into a Y load. How do we do that? Well, we can do our transformation from a delta to a Y circuit. And to do that, to find the equivalent Y impedance, we take the product of two adjacent impedances and divide it by the sum of the impedances of the delta. Since all the impedances are exactly the same in our load, if it's a balanced system, then we can see that we have a Z delta times Z delta divided by the sum of the three Z deltas, which is Z delta squared divided by 3Z delta, or Z delta divided by 3. In other words, the Y equivalent impedance in a delta load that is transformed from not a delta load, but a Y load, which is transformed from a delta load, is 1/3 the value of the impedance in the delta load. In other words, ZY, the impedance of the Y load equivalent, is equal to 1/3 the impedance of the delta load. So what we're doing now is we're going to take the delta load and convert it to a Y load like this. And then you can see if you take the top portion of this equivalent circuit, we can then redraw it right over here, where we have our phase voltage, and then we have what we call our Y portion of the load, of one of the loads. Notice we can connect this with a neutral from here to there, and then we have what we call our equivalent circuit. We have the voltage source, and we have the load, where the load impedance is 1/3 the load impedance of the delta. Now this would be the phase voltage from VAN, so we can then see that our line current IA is going to be equal to the voltage source, VAN, divided by the impedance of the load, which in this case will be the equivalent Y impedance, which is 1/3 of the delta impedance. In other words, the line current is equal to 3 times VAN divided by the delta impedance. And then of course we know that the magnitude of the load current is equal to the square root of 3 times the magnitude of the phase current, or the phase current is equal to the load current divided by the square root of 3. And in this case, the load current, we can take that as IA. And so that means that the phase current that we're looking for is equal to IA divided by the square root of 3, which is equal to 3 times VAN divided by the impedance. So now again, notice that the line current IA is going to be, and where are we here? IA is going to be equal to 3 times the phase voltage divided by the delta impedance. So IA can be replaced by 3 times VAN over Z impedance. We still have the square root of 3 there. Now of course, 3 divided by the square root of 3 is simply the square root of 3 in the numerator. So it's the square root of 3 times VAN divided by the delta Z, the load of the delta. And then also realize that VAN can be related to VAB with the square root of 3. Notice that VAN is equal to VAB divided by the square root of 3. VAB is the line voltage, VAN is the phase voltage, because we know that VAB is equal to the square root of 3 times VAN. In other words, the line voltage is equal to the square root of 3 times the phase voltage. So that means that we can take the phase voltage and replace it by VAB divided by the square root of 3. And then of course you see that the square root of 3's cancel out, and then we know that the phase current is equal to IAB, which is equal to what's remaining here, VAB divided by Z delta. And that was what we had found before, that the phase current is equal to the line voltage divided by the impedance across right here. So what we do is we take voltage AB divided by the delta impedance right here, which should give us the line current. And again, by showing the equivalent circuit, by first converting the delta load to a Y load, finding the equivalent Y impedance, and then calculating the equivalent circuit, finding IA in terms of the equivalent circuit, again, we get back to the very same result, that the phase current is equal to the line voltage divided by the delta impedance. And so using a different method, once again, we can show you the same thing, the relationship in the Y delta circuit. And that is how it's done.